Some thought he was a metaphorical musical god. Others said he got his virtuosity from a deal with the devil. But what was the real story behind Paganini's genius? Italian violinist Niccolò Paganini was taught by his father as a child and tutored by the best teachers. Paganini was considered a marvel because of his gift, though people believed some supernatural power has something to do with his talents. The ferocity with which he played, coupled with his elongated fingers and extraordinary flexibility, gave him a mysterious, almost mythical reputation. He was ultimately considered the greatest violinist of all time. Niccolò Paganini was born in Genoa, Italy, on October 27, 1782. He was the third child of Teresa and Antonio Paganini. Paganini's father was in the shipping business, but he also played the mandolin and began teaching his son the violin at an early age. His mother had always prayed that Niccolò would become a great violinist. Considering Paganini's talents and hard work, he was sent to the best tutors in Genoa, primarily in the theater, where he learned harmony and counterpoint. His first recorded public performance was at a church on May 26, 1794, when the boy was not even 12 years old. He had been influenced by the work of August Frederick Durand, a Franco-Polish violin virtuoso who had a reputation for showmanship. Niccolò moved to Alessandro Rolla in Parma, and after an intensive course of study, he returned to Genoa and began composing and performing, primarily in churches. He also set his schedule of rigorous training, sometimes 15 hours a day, practicing his compositions, which were often quite complicated. By 1801, Paganini, who was used to touring with his father by this time, went to Lucca to perform at the Festival of Santa Croce. He proudly toured around the town like a celebrity in the making. Paganini's career was complicated: gambling, love affairs, rumors of supernatural power, and imprisonment, which he frequently denied in letters to the press. He fell in love with a Tuscan noblewoman he first visited in her palace. He moved in with her and completely got absorbed in playing guitar for 3 years from 1801 to 1804. On returning to the violin, he performed a love duet by using 2 strings of the violin and then followed his performance by playing a piece with G string of the guitar. In 1816, Paganini appeared in a contest in Milan with Charles-Philippe Lafont, and later mentioned that Lafont probably beat him in tone, but he received a more passionate applause. Paganini's success in Vienna in 1828 led to a cult in which everything was à la Paganini. Similar triumphs followed in Paris and London. In 1833, he invited Hector Berlioz to write a piece for him for the viola, which led to the creation of Herald en Italie. Paganini played frequent concerts for the relief of indigent artists. Unfortunately, Paganini got involved in gambling that followed by bankruptcy and mental and physical illness. Plagued with illness later in life, Paganini lost his voice in 1838. He moved to Nice, France, to recover, but died there on May 27, 1840. Paganini is considered perhaps the greatest violinist that ever lived, and his compositions, including 24 Caprices, for violin alone, are some of the most complex pieces ever composed for the instrument.